In this part 10 of the Troubleshoot a Computer series, we are going to troubleshoot and fix a desktop computer or laptop with Windows 10 not starting up. There are 10 methods of troubleshooting and fixing a Windows not loading up in this tutorial, but I'm going to give you the last step number 10 first, and that is to realize that Bill Gates may well possibly be an evil genius and that Windows is the devil's tool to torment your soul here on planet Earth. So switch to Linux. Linux forever! But if you're still a sheep rather than a leader and you want me to help you solve all your life's problems, then stay tuned. Roll the intro. Hey HealMyTechs and welcome, this is Ash from HealMyTech, and you can unleash your true potential by subscribing and clicking the bell icon so that I can help you go from newbie to techie. And also support the channel by using my Amazon affiliate links for US and UK. As long as you use my links to browse and buy on Amazon, the channel will get a small kickback without costing you extra. Thanks a million. So this Windows not booting up fix will work on both desktop computers and laptops with Windows 10 not responding, since this is not hardware related and there is no fiddling inside the computer. So if your Windows is not starting up after you've tried all of our previous 9 parts of the Troubleshoot a Computer series, then this is the last step to fix Windows not working. Now for this part 10 of our Troubleshoot series, you're going to need to access the advanced troubleshoot options on Windows. There are 2 scenarios, and the first one are going to be the lucky people who actually have access to their Windows desktop environment already. You may be wondering, what's the point of this? What happens sometimes is Windows does tend to boot up every now and then, but it's a hit and a miss. Or it is stuck in a loop, or it's taking too long to boot up. So if you are lucky to have access to your Windows desktop environment, just go to the Windows icon taskbar and click on Power, hold down the Shift button and then press Restart. What that's going to do is going to go into the advanced troubleshoot, okay? But many people are not that lucky, and for that scenario 2 is a lot more common. If you're in scenario 2 and Windows is not booting up properly, then usually after 3 reboot attempts, Windows should automatically go into recovery mode where you can access the advanced troubleshooting options. However, I would advise that you create a separate independent bootable drive in either USB or CD/DVD format. Sometimes you may find that the automatic repair options doesn't work. For that, you will need to go to Microsoft website and create your bootable drive there. So plug in your USB boot drive, select the correct boot order, and you should get a screen like this. Today we're using a virtual machine for this tutorial. Now select the correct language for your country, click on next, and what you want to do is go down here to repair your computer. Next you want to click on troubleshoot, and now you have 2 options. The first one is reset this PC, and that's going to be your last resort. Before you attempt this, you need to go to the advanced options. So step 1, you're going to want to click on startup repair. And depending on your setup, you may have more than one operating system there. You need to select the correct one. In our case, it's just Windows 10. So just click on it, and Windows is going to try and diagnose your PC and start some repair attempts. You just need to let it do its thing. Now in this case, it couldn't do the automatic repair, so let's move on to step number 2. And step number 2 is system restore. If you had created a restore point, you can try that by clicking on there, again selecting Windows 10. You can try to revert back at that specific point in time. Again, in theory it does work, but in practice sometimes it may not work. So now let's move to option number 3. Option number 3 is system image recovery. Now a lot of people do not do this, and click on this again, select your Windows 10. Again, if you did have the common sense to create a system image of your whole computer, you could use that to restore. You just have to insert the correct DVD drives or whatever drives you use to store that, and then just follow the instructions, and you should in theory restore the whole computer back to that original state. Okay, again, not a lot of people do that. So let's move to troubleshoot number 4. Troubleshoot number 4 now, if this was a very recent upgrade from a different Windows version, you could click on go back to the previous build, and there you would have options for maybe it's Windows 7 or 8 or whatever you have, and then click on that and again follow the steps, and it should revert back to the previous version of Windows. Maybe due to some updates which didn't go well with your system, then that is possible. But at this stage in 2019, I don't think a lot of people will be having this option anymore. And also there is a deadline. I think there's a time limit where you can revert back to the previous Windows version. So let's move to step number 5, and that is to rebuild your bootloader or the BCD. I'm going to put the command in the description below if you want to copy that. The command is bootrec, and if you type in bootrec space / you get a list of further commands, and you can read up if you want on that. Okay, now since I've already typed in the first command, I can just press the up arrow key on my keyboard. It will bring the previous command. Now I just want to type in fix mbr and press enter. It should say the operation completed successfully. Again, you can press the up arrow key for the next command, which is going to be fix boot. Again, operation completed successfully. Now third command is going to be scan OS. Press enter. And after that's done, the last command should be rebuild BCD. It will take different timing depending on your own mileage, but this is generally the basic building your bootloader once again. Now there are some variations of this method, but there are too many scenarios to cover. This is just a basic one. At this stage, you should try and reboot your computer and hopefully it will fix the problem. Now, if that doesn't fix your problem, it could be that you have also a physical aspect of your hard drive which is not working, where your bootloader is stored, and this is to do with some bad sectors. This is the part which I left out in part 9 of our troubleshoot series, and I mentioned that I would leave it for part 10 because it's to do with accessing the advanced troubleshoot method anyway. So now part number 6, if nothing else is working, again back to troubleshoot, go back to advanced and command prompt. Now you're going to want to do a check disk of your whole drive. So again, I will put the command in the description below. You can type in chkdsk space / and you get a variety of different sub commands that can work. Now in my case, most of the time I use a function with /f and /r, which has worked in many cases, not always. So now there are two scenarios here. If you're already working from your own computer, you're logged into your own C drive and not using a USB bootable drive, if you type in this command like chkdsk space the drive of your Windows, usually it's C, and then you space again /f space /r, and you type in enter, you will be given a message to say that the Windows or the drive is actually locked. Do you want to do the check disk on restart? You can either select yes or no. That's up to you. And if you select no, it won't do anything. If you select yes, then when you restart, it will do a check disk and attempt to repair the stuff. In our case, because we're using the USB bootable disk, or in this case virtual machine, then it can actually scan and repair without restarting. So let's press enter here. Let it do its thing. Now obviously this is a virtual machine. I can tell you that this has taken some of the drives I've repaired overnight, like 10 hours, 12 hours. It can take a long time. It has repaired quite a lot of drives in my case, and then I was able to boot back into Windows, including sorting out some taking too long to boot. But this could be a sign that your drive is dying, in which case you need to go back to part number 9 and see if you can fix that drive or replace it. Now, if you've tried all the 6 steps and nothing has worked, it is time to go back to the troubleshoot and this time reset this PC. So first option, it in theory will keep your files and reinstall Windows. And the second option, remove everything, means it's not going to keep anything and it will reinstall Windows. I will tell you, even with option 1, do not trust Windows. It doesn't always work. In which case, the advice which we always give you, which many of you will ignore, is backup, backup, backup. Otherwise, you're going to cry like a baby later and there's nothing we can do for you if you've lost all your data. So that was steps number 7 and 8 to reset your PC. There are other possible causes of Windows not starting up, like corrupted system and registry files, which are impossible to fix without accessing the backup. Or even some types of viruses and malware can be so deeply rooted that no manner of paid or unpaid antivirus and anti-spyware can detect and remove, leaving you with a complete wipe and reload scenario. Step 9 is to contact a professional and pay them just to do the exact same thing I have just shown you in this tutorial. Or you could just do step 10, and that is to realize that Bill Gates may well possibly be an evil genius and that Windows is the devil's tool to torment your soul here on planet Earth. So switch to Linux. Linux forever! And this is the last part 10 of our series of a desktop computer not turning on or turns on with LED lights on and fan spinning but no display on the monitor or doesn't boot up into Windows. Anyone who keeps asking me one-liner questions without good grammar or punctuation or basic English, and especially those who didn't bother troubleshooting anything and want me to tell what problem with computer and what fix reply now, to you I say bleh. Can't be done. But what I may do is to do one last video on the topic as a summary of all the previous 10 parts. So if you would like to see that, comment below and let me know. Moving on, I wanted to complete this series before I start the next one, which is our long-awaited One PC to Rule Them All series. It looks like you guys want daily upload based on our previous poll. So I hope you will check it out up here and below and join us in this exciting, inclusive, worldwide project. Like, comment, subscribe, and go check out my other videos on the channel. This was Ash from HealMyTech, helping you go from newbie to techie. I will see you in the next one. Keep unleashing your true potential. Peace out.